to this on Instagram fairly recently when I went out one night, and I had a few of you express interest in it, so therefore I just thought I'd go ahead and do my first makeup tutorial from my new studio here, doing something very dramatic and somewhat modern. This is kind of what I've termed modern noir, because there's absolutely nothing truly vintage about it, other than sort of the overall vampire aesthetic that's going on. But I was just in a bit of a mood one night and not in the mood for my traditional vintage style, and decided to do something a little different. So I'm going to do a product review in a bit featuring this necklace as well as another accessory by the company called the Record Mill. So keep an eye out for that as well. But if you're interested in this makeup look, then just keep watching, and hopefully this turns out okay. Okay, so here we go. Starting with foundation, using my Revlon Colorstay Whipped Cream Foundation, dotting it on first and then blending it with a buffing brush. These are by Sigma. You'll see my face progressively get redder, especially around the nose, right towards the end of this video, and I have to apologize for that because I got really hot and I was flushed. But anyway, I'm taking my Cover FX concealer and a pirouette blending brush, and I'm just kind of evening out my eyelid area, so that'll be nice and even for when we start applying some color. And I'm also doing my brows. I'm doing a really squared off, angular, almost harsh brow. I'm edging them with an eyeliner pen from Anastasia. These are really awesome for edging brows. And then I'm actually going to take my Anastasia Brow Pencil in my typical color, which is just a very muted brown, and I'm going to go ahead and apply that just like I would on a normal basis, but filling it in just a little bit more strongly. So I'm just kind of sketching in my brows the same way I would with my normal Anastasia Brow Pencil. And then I'm going to take a much darker shadow. This one's kind of a chestnut brown. It's a lot darker, like I said, than anything I typically use, but just finished filling in my brows completely so that they're all completely opaque. And then I'm going to take this brow gel, it's just a random one from the beauty supply store, and set my brows. Now I'm priming my lids and under my eyes with Toofaced Shadow Insurance. Sorry to flip you off there, didn't mean to. And you'll see my face go out of the frame a lot. Sorry about that. I'll get used to the placement of my camera eventually and my mirrors and all that. And now I'm taking a white concealer stick and just a concealer brush from Sigma, and I'm just edging my brows to add a highlight. And I'm going to use this Too Faced palette and this Mute Nude Ivory shade, and I'm going to apply that all the way from the lid to the brow. This is a really, really excellent palette, and I will make sure and link it below and what it's called and all of that good stuff. The next thing I'm going to do is take this muted taupe color. This is actually a medium taupe, and I'm going to use a blending brush and apply that into the crease, focusing on the outer edge. So I'm going to kind of draw up the outer edge with my blending brush and fade it up towards my outer edge of my brow. And of course, this isn't a super constructed look. It's very deconstructed and smoky, so just make sure that you don't get too concerned about making it perfect at first. And then I'm going to take a pencil brush and that same color and draw the color underneath the eye. We're going to use it to line the eyes as well. And I'm actually going to smoke this underneath my eyes quite a bit later on as well, and I don't know if I left that part in when I edited, but we definitely can really be generous with this down here. Now I'm going to take the black shadow from that palette and draw two lines angling out from the right in line of my underneath of my eye. And then I'm going to fill it in with that same black shadow. Like I said, doesn't have to be neat. We're just going to kind of get an idea of our general shape. I'm drawing that under the eye as well. So I've just got kind of a wing shape on the outer edge of both of my eyes. And this is going to vary for everybody. But now I'm going to use this palette from Tarina Tarantino. I'm sorry it didn't show up very well there. I think I cut the film a little too soon, but it's a beautiful palette, and I'm using this glittery charcoal color, and I am covering over what I just applied, that black muted shadow. Not only is that going to fill in any inconsistencies in color, but it's also going to smoke out the top edge of that line, because we don't want the top edge of the line to be super obvious. It's going to be more smoked out on the top edge. The bottom half is what needs to be defined. And then I'm going to use the pewter color, that's the medium toned color in this palette, and I'm going to apply that going towards the center of my eye. And then I'm using the pale blue icy color and applying that on the inner portion of my lid. So it's going to be kind of a gradient effect. And I realize this tutorial is a bit choppy, but we'll improve on that as we as I get used to filming them with this new setup. And now I'm going to take the kind of icy pink color that's also in this palette, and I'm going to apply that as a inner corner highlight. So that's going to be just at the inner corner, and then I'm going to carry it also beneath the eye as well to meet that taupe shade that we've already applied underneath. And now I'm blending. Just blend, blend, blend until you feel like the colors are fine. Reapply color and blend as you see fit until you've got kind of the general look that you're going for. And now I'm taking a liner brush and that same medium-toned pewter color and applying it to the outer half over the kind of smoky charcoal color that we applied. Okay, now I'm taking my Ben Nye cake liner and I'm creating a wing. Apply it in a pretty defined wing, and then I am going to smoke out the top edge using that same charcoal shadow that I used on the outer edge of my eye. And I have to apologize, from this point on the tutorial gets really choppy because I was out of the frame so much, so this is something. But from here, you'll see that I use a Urban Decay Urban Decay liner to tight line and do my waterline. And then from there, I'm going to take some concealer and I'm going to apply my under eye concealer, which I have not done yet because of the possibility of fallout. So I'm using that same Cover FX concealer and I'm buffing that with a blending brush under my eyes. That also helps clean things up. And then I am going to take a drink. I am going to apply my lashes, a full set, and I also applied mascara. Now I am applying blush, and you can see that glue on the outer edge. That was a mistake, but it does dry clear, and I'm going to define my lips and fill it in with two colors, a very, very dark wine and a bright red in the center. So that's it, and I really apologize for that sped up last portion. Hopefully you can make heads or tails of it, and I hope that this was helpful to you. Thanks.